It began with a signal, not a burst of noise or static, not a simple pattern of tones, but a voice distinctly not human, and yet horrifyingly intelligible. It came from Proxima Centauri b, a planet that had been declared lifeless just 5 years earlier by an international coalition of spacefaring nations. The voice said only one thing in perfect English: "We see you." At first, Earth's agencies thought it a hoax, some deeply embedded AI prank crawling out of an old radio archive. But then the waveform was studied. There was structure, organic inconsistencies, subtle hesitations, frequencies mapped in ways that no synthetic signal could reproduce. And that was when panic began to seep in, first through the cracks of government institutions, then through the underground networks of those who watch the skies more closely than most. The message repeated every 22 hours, always precisely timed with Earth's sidereal day, always in the same haunting voice. And then it changed. After 17 days, the signal grew louder, more detailed. Static gave way to harmonics, and voices multiplied. "We see you. We are coming. Prepare." The world didn't sleep. Superpowers launched secretive probes under new mission code names. Religious groups interpreted the message as prophecy. Civilian scientists were silenced or disappeared. And then, one by one, observatories across the planet went dark. The signal hadn't come from Proxima b. It had come from something passing through it, using the planet's magnetic field as a lens and amplifier. Whatever it was now en route to Earth. It arrived not with thunder or fire, but silence. A ship the size of a continent blinked into high orbit over the Pacific, invisible to radar, but casting a shadow hundreds of miles wide. It did not transmit. It did not flash lights. It merely hovered, a celestial tombstone hanging above the clouds. Then, on the third day, it released them, 30 beings humanoid in outline, but wrong in every other conceivable way. Eyes too large, joints bending at wrong angles, skin like liquid obsidian reflecting no light. They descended across 30 cities simultaneously, always choosing the capitals, always the centers of power. They called themselves the Archai. They spoke every language perfectly. They knew names, presidents, generals, influencers, teachers. No security system kept them out. They simply arrived, and the world changed. They said they were not invaders. They said they were auditors. "Your species has ripened," one said at the United Nations. "It is time to evaluate your inheritance." Humanity, defiant and curious, asked what inheritance. "The stars," came a reply, "but you must prove you deserve them." What followed was not war, nor diplomacy, but a test, a decade-long crucible where the very core of human nature was placed under observation. The Archai did not interfere. They watched. They walked the streets of Mumbai, floated through the stormy alleys of Lagos, wandered the ice wastes of Siberia. They recorded everything: violence, art, betrayal, sacrifice. And as they watched, Earth changed. At first, the powerful tried to bribe them. Nations offered cities, technologies, secrets. The Archai accepted everything and said nothing. Then came the fear. Militias formed to drive them out. Temples were built to worship them. Assassination attempts became weekly events. But the Archai could not be harmed. Bullets passed through them. Missiles exploded harmlessly. In desperation, humanity turned inward. Nations fractured. Borders dissolved. A global movement emerged, driven not by governments, but by the collective desire to survive. Artificial intelligence was fused with neuroscience. Climate restoration efforts accelerated. Diseases were cured in record time. And through it all, the Archai watched in silence, neither approving nor condemning. Then came a moment. On the 10th anniversary of their arrival, they spoke again, once, to everyone, simultaneously. "Prepare your finest. One ship, one crew, one chance." Earth responded with unity unseen in its entire history. The Ark was built, not in one country, but across dozens. Its hull was woven with graphene from African supermines, its drive engineered in orbital labs spun off Chinese sky stations, its crew selected from every continent. 10 humans, the best Earth had to offer. Warriors, scientists, poets, diplomats. They were not told their mission, only that they must go. The Archai opened the way. A gate, not a wormhole or a stargate, but something stranger, a fold in reality that pulsed like a heartbeat. The Ark entered. What lay beyond was not space. It was a realm of laws undone. Planets orbited ideas, not stars. Space twisted. Time flowed sideways. And within it, the Ark found others, ships from other species, other worlds, other civilizations that had also passed the test. Some greeted the humans with caution, others with delight, a few with open hostility. For the test had not ended. It had only evolved. The Archai revealed themselves again, but differently. No longer shadows in human cities, but titanic beings of light and gravity who spoke in colors and emotions. You are here to represent not your planet, they said, but your nature. The humans were to compete, not in war, but in understanding, in creation, in the ability to comprehend and shape this strange meta-realm. They succeeded where others faltered. They saw meaning in chaos, pattern in the impossible. One human, a blind composer from Brazil, sang a melody so pure it brought a dying son back to life. Another, a child prodigy from Cairo, saw the mathematical construct that rewrote the rules of causality. But not all challenges were so pure. In one realm, they were offered absolute power in exchange for a single betrayal. One crew member failed. He was erased, not killed, but unmade, his existence unthreaded from the tapestry of being. The crew grieved. The test continued. At last, in a place beyond form, the Archai gathered them. You have tasted the threshold, they said. You have walked the path of stars and shadow. One choice remains. Earth was offered ascension, not metaphorical, but literal. The planet could be uplifted, its physical laws upgraded, its people integrated into a galactic consciousness. Immortality, unity, a place among the ancient. But there was a price. The loss of individuality, of chaos, of story. The humans hesitated. The crew argued. Votes were cast. And then, unanimously, they said no. Earth would earn its way in time, but not at the cost of itself. The Archai were silent. Then one bowed, spoken like true stewards of the flame. The Ark returned home. The world rejoiced. But things had changed. A piece of that realm had come with them. A sliver of impossible matter. A seed of becoming. Planted in the heart of the Amazon, it pulsed with potential. In years to come, Earth would become the nexus of a new age. An age of caution, of humility, of watching the stars not with fear, but understanding. The Archai left. Their final words burned into every mind. The stars are not a gift. They are a mirror. And from that day forward, humanity looked upward, not with longing, but with purpose. For they knew that somewhere, in the folds of reality, others watched too. And they would be ready. Always ready.